Well, here we have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We have the final trailer for DC's Shazam! Fury of the Gods, our first live-action DC film of 2023. It's going to be making its way to theaters on March 17th, just a few months away. And so we got our last trailer, our first official trailer, at San Diego Comic-Con last year. And it was an alright trailer. It definitely wasn't anything special. But this trailer is definitely a major upgrade. Now, at the same time, it's still this trailer definitely gets me more excited for the film, but I'm not like extremely hyped for it because I love the first Shazam movie. The first Shazam movie is one of my favorite live action DC movies. Honestly, probably at least top 5, maybe even top 3, if I'm being honest. I love the first Shazam movie. I watched it twice the first day I saw it. I loved it that much. And so one of the things I liked about that movie, especially in the marketing, was it just showed you how big and bright and colorful it was. But then this one it just seems really bland and colorless. Like you can see even right here on the official poster that everything's so dark and gloomy. Like even the Shazam family, who are supposed to have like these super bright, colorful, colored suits. I mean, you got reds and purples and blues and greens and all that on there, just look dark and boring. And I don't like that because obviously they did the upgraded suits for this film, but they just made the colors so much darker. And I'm just not a fan of that personally. But like I said, this trailer was still much better. It clearly puts a major focus on specifically the action in this movie, which I think makes sense. Probably, Warner Brothers, we've heard they kind of don't have a lot of money in the bank account right now, to market these films. So when they put out a trailer, they're very strategic with it. So that's very intentional here. Also, I do like, though, the tagline for this movie, as you can see on this poster, "Oh my gods." Because, of course, we are dealing with the gods, the daughters of Atlas, actually original villains, original characters that are being introduced for this film. So that's definitely going to be quite interesting to see for this Shazam sequel. But anyways, guys, without further ado, let's jump into this and break down the official trailer, the official final trailer for Shazam! Fury of the Gods. So we open up on Lucy Liu's character of Calypso, who again is one of the daughters of Atlas, and she is in, it looks like, some sort of baseball stadium, and she basically starts terraforming the Earth. Now, I don't know exactly why they're doing this or what the point of this is, but this is something that they're doing here, and here you can see her here with her sister, Hespera, played by Helen Mirren, so I'm really excited to see both of them great actors, so I'm really excited to see them join the DC universe here. And as you can see here, as we saw a little bit of this in the teaser trailer, Hespera is basically telling her whole evil master plan to Shazam, and he's just sitting there like, okay then. And then she just really shows off how powerful she is. She stands up, she kicks him in the face, and he goes flying into a wall. I mean, Helen Mirren, she may be up there in age, but she can still kick some Shazam butt. So that was pretty awesome right there. And then we get into kind of what's going on here. The one thing I really do like about this trailer, though, is that it definitely raises the stakes. So you see this here, the Book of Shazam. So that's really cool to see. And a great look at the Shazam family. Again, I wish the colors weren't dyed down in this film, but I still think the suits look great, though. I mean, they still look really, really cool. I'm really excited to see that the Shazamily is getting a focus in this film, although actually, as we see in this trailer, it's probably going to be a much smaller role than we initially thought there would be. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but there's a dragon. So we got a dragon in this movie. Again, we saw a little bit of that in the teaser trailer, but we get a great look at the dragon here. Shazam's just looking up at it like, whoa, that is a dragon. Okay, then. And he's basically telling the Shazamily about what's going on here. So the daughters of Atlas, Hespera, Calypso, and Anathea, they are hunting down the Shazamily because they feel that Shazam and the Shazamily stole their powers from their father. Because, of course, Shazam, when he got his powers, it was powers from all the different gods. I don't remember all the exact gods, but, that's what his name, that's the acronym of the name Shazam. It's like Solomon, Hercules, Atlas, Zeus, probably, another A character, and an M character. So that's why Atlas. I'm assuming Atlas is dead, maybe, but either way, his daughters are here and they're coming for revenge. So we get this great shot here of Calypso, and this is where it gets interesting. So again, they're hunting down the Shazamily and trying to steal their powers back. And so we first see the first example here with Freddie Freeman. And so we can see that he's going to be held hostage for most of this film, which kind of makes sense with his love story that we're going to be seeing with Rachel Zegler's character of Anathea. But I love this shot right here, though, how we have the Shazamily as kids, and then they're transforming into the hero versions of themselves. And I love how I got this screenshot just as they were about to go mid-flight. You can see just the position Zachary Levi is in there is interesting, to say the least. There's a nice shot there, again, of Hespera. And this is where we actually get to see it, the stealing of the powers, where you see Freddie Freeman in superhero mode here. Of course, Adam Brody, which is so weird to see him now as a Shazam character after now I've started watching the OC on HBO Max, and he looks so different. But great actor, though. But doesn't seem like he's going to be in the movie too much, because then he gets zapped, and then we're back to Jack Dylan Grazer. Which, I mean, I'm fine with that, though, because Jack Dylan Grazer was one of the best parts of the first movie, so I like to see that we're still getting a focus on him as well. So we have the whole Shazamily here, along with their parents, or their adopted parents at least, as well as the wizard who originally gave Billy his powers in the first place, and of course played by Jimon Hansu. So he's returning here just as he did recently for Black Adam, and so that's gonna be really interesting to see. And so Shazam gets a hold of the staff that, of course, Dr. Savannah was wielding in the first movie, and he's ready to make a power move. So you got the gods, the daughters of Atlas, have it there. Here is the third daughter of Atlas, though. This is Anathea, again, played by Rachel Zegler, and she's going to be, again, she's going to be having, at least from what we've seen based on set photos, a love story with Jack Dylan Grazer's character of Freddie Freeman. Now, she is a daughter of Atlas, but I feel like either she's not going to know it or she will know it, but she's going to be like going undercover to kind of seduce him, to like, you know, make him fall into the trap, and then that's how they kidnap him, steal his powers and everything. But I feel like she'll be the character that will, because of this love and this romance between the two characters, by the end she'll end up helping out the Shazamily and betraying her sisters at some point in the film. So I'm assuming that's what's going to happen there, but we get a great display of her powers. There's the wizard and Freddy together. Shazam, just, again, highlight on the action here. And this is another cool shot as well. I actually don't even remember seeing this shot in the trailer. But then, yeah, so they take him away, and Anathea does look kind of angry and almost evil in this shot, so, you know, she could be a bad guy. Mary, great shot of Mary right there. I love how the actress that plays actual, like, human kid Mary is also playing the hero version of the character as well, so I think that's pretty cool to see. And Shazam, another great action shot of him there. And this is where he comes to this realization, where he confronts the wizard and says, you know what, you gave me these powers, can you take them away? Because wouldn't that solve all these problems? Instead of letting the sisters and the daughters of Atlas steal their powers and make them all great and powerful and destroy the earth, whatever their plan is, instead, just take my powers away, and then we won't have to deal with this problem. But then this is, of course, when the wizard says, like, you know, I searched for millennia to find the perfect warrior to take on these powers, and it was you. So you will know what to do here, and blah, blah, blah. So it looks like we're also going to get a bit of an origin of the wizard and where he first kind of came upon this power set of Shazam. So that's going to be really cool to see. I'm glad to see that he's returning here. Here we have Mary getting zapped and her powers getting stolen away by the daughters of Atlas, and she's actually mid-flight as this happens, so that's when you see she just starts falling from the sky, and then Billy has to catch her, so that's a really cool shot there as well. There's another shot of Calypso, and this looks like it's going to be kind of our final battle. Again, looks like all of our Shazamily, they're going to lose their powers, except for Billy, at least until the end. And the way it's set up in this trailer makes it look like Billy's gonna sacrifice himself to save the day, and save his family and save Earth and save the whole world. I think there's no way he's gonna die. And I feel like he's still gonna get to keep his powers by the end of this. But I could see it being that maybe out of the whole family, he is the only one that gets to keep his powers. Because I mean, if you realistically think about it, like that was one of my concerns going in this movie. Actually, was that now you have the whole Shazamily. You literally have a team that is more powerful than the Justice League right there, at least in most interpretations. So then what would be the reason for Billy to go join the Justice League if he already has his whole family basically being a mini Justice League? So he really gets powered up here. This is a great shot of him punching the dragon, and that is the end of the trailer. So there's really no big reveals or anything like here. I mean, we get again a bit of the plot, see why the Daughters of Atlas are after the Shazamily, see that they're stealing their powers. So that is really cool. Again, it raises the stakes. So I'm excited for that, but I'm still not super hyped for it, but my main anticipation of this film is because of how much I loved the first movie. So I'm still really excited to see it, just not as hyped as I wished I would have been. We know a couple other DC characters are going to be making cameos in here. I'm not going to say who they are if you haven't heard about it yet. But for now, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What did you think about this final trailer for Shazam! Fury of the Gods? So thanks for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video and hit the subscribe button so I can keep you up to date on everything that goes on in the DC life.